name's Debbie and I first came to the hospice just over a year ago. My partner's liver was failing. We were through in a hospital through in Edinburgh and we got told that it was going to be end of life for Graham. So we spoke to the palliative care nurses who were letting us know our options. The option we came to was to come to the hospice. I thought the hospice was basically just like a house with a room where you would go to pass away. I didn't actually realise how much other stuff there was to the hospice. When I first arrived, I had drove from Edinburgh. I came in the doors and I basically just broke down in tears. And the receptionist came over and gave me a hug. And then when I went down the stairs to see Graham, he was sitting up eating a rolling sausage with a glass of cold milk. And he looked settled. His room was absolutely lovely. He was really happy. But it's so different as well when you go down the stairs. Like go down the stairs and it's so peaceful and quiet and it's almost as if the nurses like slow down their talking and just so that you understand like absolutely everything, and they're constantly talking you through like everything that's going on, everything that they're doing, everything that they're planning on doing. One of the nurses, Marie, who says to me about Jeanette, she thought that she would really be able to help me because of the kids. Like she knew that we were kind of shutting down all help because we wanted to be independent and do it all ourselves, which was all right for a while, but it wouldn't last. So she spoke to me about like how they would help me with my needs and how they would help the kids and how they could get in touch with like the kids' school to find out how the kids are dealing with things. We were a bit, I don't know, we were kind of wanting to keep it in our bubble, like we weren't wanting, like we kind of moved into our room and that was kind of us. But that was only for the first wee while, and then as we got to know all the staff and they started becoming really friendly. So it was really good as well. When we first came in, he got measured up for a wheelchair, which then meant he could get out, he could go to the park with the kids, he could go out in the car. And he also had an overnight stay at his mum's one night as well, so we could all be a family in the one house and have a sleepover, which we wouldn't have been able to do without the help of the hospice. When we first came in and Graham had settled in and stuff, I actually thought like once I left here I would never come back because it's a hospice, it's what happens here. But I've actually got such a special bond here with the people as well, with the nurses, like they were like my family. I couldn't actually imagine if the hospice hadn't have been here, because anytime he was in pain, anytime he was itchy, felt dry, like his mouth was dry, there was someone there. And if we would have had to have done all that ourselves, it would have been so much harder. Like we would have had to have watched them being in pain, we wouldn't have adjusted the wheelchair, it would have been, I can't even imagine. Carter had his art classes, so he had 2 6-week blocks at art therapy classes as well after Graham passed away, and they've finished now as well, but we are planning on still coming back to have meals and stuff. When I was staying here, I was actually I was working in the hospital as a domestic, but in the back of my head I thought this is something that I could really see myself doing like in the near future. Like I would love to come back, see and volunteer or something, just to give something back, because they gave me so much. When I talk to people about the hospice, they don't have, like they were like me, like don't have a clue what hospice is. And it's so much more than just a room. The care is amazing.